Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, real vs fake. Minu was a sweet, lovable and beautiful girl, aged 6 years. She was an adorable kid as she always obeyed her elders. Minu's parents loved her for her amazing behavior. One day, Minu's mother took her for grocery shopping. As they passed the shops, Minu noted a cute plastic pearl necklace in dazzling pink. She asked her mother to buy her the necklace. Her mother told her that it cost quite a few pennies. She asked her to do some chores, so that for every completed piece of work Minu would get some money and she could buy the pink necklace. Minu prepared a to-do list and assisted her mom with all the chores. Her mom was very happy, and she paid enough money to buy the pink necklace. Minu happily purchased the necklace and wore it just everywhere, every time, except while taking bath. Her mother said that her neck would turn pink and the pearls would lose their sheen if she wore it while bathing. But all other times, Minu wore it, even while sleeping. Minu's father used to tell her bedtime stories frequently. One night, after completing a story, her dad asked how much she loved him. Minu replied, "You know how much I love you." Dad asked, "Then give me your pearl necklace please." Minu replied, "Please daddy, I love you so much but please don't ask for these pearls. I will give you the pink Barbie which you bought me a month ago." Dad replied, "Fine, sweetheart." After a few days, the conversation was repeated between Minu and her dad. Again, Minu refused to give her pearl necklace and instead asked her dad to take her pet. Dad kissed her and left with smile. This was repeated several times. Pink Pearl Necklace Day, Minu slept while her dad was reading her a story. She was holding the necklace in her hands. Her dad took the pearl necklace from her hand. The next moment, she woke up and asked, "Dad, what are you doing?" Dad quickly opened a jewel box placed near her bed and handed her a real precious pink pearl necklace. He said, "Sweetheart, this is your real necklace. I wanted to take away the fake one all this while to give you this real one." She replied, "Thank you Dad." Minu immediately gave up her fake necklace for the real one. God wants us to give up all the fake and cheap things we consider very precious in our life. It can be habits, hatreds, harming relationships, activities, negative thoughts, etc. He will provide us with genuine things if we give up the fake. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, when adversity knocks. Mary was a young girl. She used to get annoyed with everything. She had a negative attitude towards life. Once, when she felt that life was unbearable, she asked her father what to do. She told him that if she was able to manage and solve one problem, another one followed quickly. Her father consoled her and took her to the kitchen. He asked Mary to take a potato, an egg and 2 spoons of tea leaves. Mary was surprised, and asked her father, "Do you want me to cook?" "No," her father said. He then took 3 vessels and poured 1 cup of water in each vessel. The vessels were placed on the stove. Once the water started to boil, he dropped the potato in a vessel, egg in the second one and the tea leaves in the third one. "Why are you doing all these things?" Mary asked, really annoyed with her father. "Just wait 15 minutes, said her father. The impatient daughter managed to wait for around 15 minutes. Father removed the potato from the pot and placed in a plate. He did the same with the eggs. He filtered the tea decoction using a cup. Now, he placed the 2 plates, one with the potato and the other with the egg, and the cup of tea in front of Mary. He asked Mary, "What do you see?" "Potato, egg and a cup of tea," said Mary. "No, you are wrong," said her father. "Look at it closely and answer me." Mary replied the same. "Now touch it and answer me." The potato was cooked and was soft, the egg was boiled hard, and the tea carried a nice aroma. Mary couldn't find the correct answer. Her father said, "The potato was so hard and strong before it was boiled, now it has turned soft and smooth. Also, the egg was delicate but after boiling it became hard. Sip the tea. It is delicious." Mary asked, "What does it mean, father? I don't understand." Each object responded differently to water. Each object was put under the same kind of circumstances, faced similar adversities, but reacted differently. The potato, when put in boiling water, became very weak. The soft egg became very hard when we put it in boiling water. And the tea leaves are unique. It changed the water itself, giving it a unique flavor and aroma. It gave something new. Mary understood that we can create something new and unique even when we experience adversities. So, what are you? A potato, an egg, or a tea leaf? Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, powerful prayers. Kim and Ray were very close companions. They were neighbors, classmates at school, and later, colleagues at work. One day, they decided to go on a sea voyage to explore strange lands. They began their voyage in a cruise ship, and traveled far and wide. However, in the course of their trip, the weather turned very destructive. The ship was wrecked in the middle of the ocean. Most of the passengers were killed, but Kim and Ray could swim to a nearby island. The island was deserted, not even a tree was there. Kim and Ray realized that they could not survive on the island without divine intervention. They decided to pray to God. They wanted to see whose prayer would be more powerful. Kim moved to the eastern tip of the island, knelt down and began to pray there. Ray went to the western tip of the island and prayed there. Kim prayed to God to give him food to survive. Surprisingly, he got a pile of food, fruits and vegetables on the seashore. After 2 days, he requested for a beautiful girl as his wife, as he was feeling very lonely on the island. In a few hours, there was a shipwreck near the island and a lone survivor, a beautiful girl. Kim married the girl. Whatever Kim prayed for, was granted to him. Almost a month after the shipwreck, Kim decided to move back to his hometown. He prayed to God to send him a ship to take him home. Sure enough, there came a ship to take Kim and his wife home. As the couple was about to enter the ship, Kim heard someone speak to him. It was just a voice. Are you going alone, leaving your companion of life here? Kim was surprised. May I know who is this and whom you are referring to? I have my wife with me. The voice said, I'm the one to whom you offered your prayers, whom you requested to save your life, and whom you requested food and shelter and of course, a wife. Kim knelt down in awe and said, thank you God. Then Kim remembered about Ray, whom he had forgotten all this time. He was overcome with guilt. God said to him, I was not answering your prayers. I was only fulfilling Ray's prayers. He prayed for only one thing. He said, please fulfill all of Kim's prayers. That was his only prayer. Kim was in tears and rushed to the other side of the island. He realized that he had not even thought about his best friend Ray, and was happily enjoying his own life. He could not find Ray there. He asked God, where is Ray? God replied, I took him with me. The man with the golden heart should be with me. But I will fulfill all your prayers as I promised him to do so. Kim was completely broken. He realized why his friend's prayers were more powerful. It was because Ray's prayers were totally selfless. The end we have selflessness is the highest form of prayer. Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, a unique experience. It was a cold and windy night. My friend and I had met after a long time, and were chatting for hours. We did not notice the time passing by, and soon it was close to 10 in the night. We decided to take an auto rickshaw to go to our house. It started raining, and we hurried to get into an auto rickshaw and reach our place. None of the auto rickshaws stopped for us, except one. The driver asked us where we wanted to go and we told the place. Without saying anything about the fare, he said, please get in. We thanked him and got in. Since it was very cold, I asked the driver to stop at any small restaurant or a tea shop. We wanted to have a cup of hot tea. The driver stopped near a small restaurant. We ordered tea, and asked the driver to join us and have a cup of tea. The driver refused. I insisted, but he refused again politely. My friend asked, will you not take tea from this shop or what? The driver replied, no sir, I don't feel like having tea now. I asked again, but why? A cup of tea will do no harm. Smiling, The driver replied, "Thank you, sir, but I'm sorry." My friend asked, "Are you against eating or drinking outside?" The driver said, "No." I was really surprised at his behavior and asked my friend not to compel him. In 15 minutes, we reached our house. We paid the fare and the driver thanked us. On an impulse, I stopped him, as I really wanted to ask him why he refused to drink tea with us at the restaurant. He thought for a moment and replied, "Sir, my son passed away this noon in an accident. I don't have enough money for his funeral. So I took a vow not to drink even water, until I earn enough money for my son's funeral. That's why I didn't drink tea when you offered. Please don't misunderstand." We both were shattered and offered him more money for his son's funeral. He politely refused. "Thank you for your generosity, sir. In 1 or 2 hours, if I get 1 or 2 more customers, I will earn the money I need." And he left the place. We were amazed at his strength of character and integrity. Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, the strange bird with 2 heads. Once upon a time, there lived a strange bird with 2 heads, one facing the left and the other facing the right. The 2 heads used to fight and argue with each other, even for very simple reasons. Though they shared the same body, the 2 heads behaved like rivals. The strange bird lived in a big banyan tree, along the bank of a river. One day, while flying over the river, the left head of the bird saw a beautiful tree that had a bright red fruit. The left head of the bird wanted to eat the fruit and the bird flew down to pick the fruit from the tree. The bird plucked the sweet-smelling fruit, and sat by the banks of the river and started eating it. The fruit was eaten by the left head. While it was eating, the right head asked, "Can you give me a piece to taste?" The left head said, "See, we have only one stomach. So even if I eat in my mouth, it will go only into our stomach. But I want to taste the fruit, so you should give me." The left head replied in anger, "I saw the fruit and hence, I have the right to eat it without sharing with anyone." The right head felt sad and became silent. A few days later, while the bird was flying over the river again, the right head saw a beautiful pink fruit in a tree. The bird flew down near the tree and tried to pick the fruit and eat it. The other birds living in the tree said, "Don't eat it. It is a poisonous fruit. It will kill you." The left head shouted, "Don't eat it. Don't eat it." However, the right head did not listen to the left head. The right head said, "I will eat it, because I saw it. You have no right to stop me." The left head shouted, "Please don't eat it. We will all die." The right head said, "Since I saw it, I have the right to eat it." Clearly, the right head was trying to take revenge on the left head for not sharing the red fruit with it earlier. Finally, the pink fruit was eaten by the right head, and in a few minutes, the strange bird with the 2 heads dropped down dead. Moral: a quarrel by the individuals in a family will affect the whole family badly. Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, a glass of milk. Once, there was a poor boy who made a living by selling various objects from door to door. This was the way he earned money to pay for his school. One day, as he was walking from house to house as usual, he felt very hungry and weak. He felt that he couldn't walk even a few steps. He decided to ask for food at a house. He knocked on the door and was stunned to see a beautiful young girl open the door. With much hesitation, he asked the girl for a glass of water. The young girl understood his condition and offered him a huge glass of milk. With an astonished look, the boy drank the milk very slowly. "How much do I owe you for this milk?" he asked her. The girl replied, "I do not want any money for this." The boy thanked the girl from the bottom of his heart and left the place. Years passed by. The young girl grew up. In her youth, unfortunately, she fell ill and was diagnosed with the rarest kind of nervous disorder. Many experienced doctors were baffled at her condition, and she was admitted in the city hospital with the most advanced facilities. Dr. Kevin, a renowned neurospecialist, was called in by the hospital to examine her. Even with his extraordinary expertise, drive, Kevin found the girl's illness very hard to cure. However, With perseverance and hard work that lasted months, he was finally able to get the disease under control. With careful medication and monitoring, the girl was completely cured in the end. Everyone praised the doctor, but the girl was quite worried about how much the hospital bill would come to. Her family had just a little money kept away in the bank, which was by no means enough to pay for such a long treatment in that reputed hospital. The girl was given the hospital bill finally. With trembling hands, she opened it. She was stunned to see that the bill had been crossed out and cancelled, and there was a note underneath signed by Dr. Kevin. Bill paid years ago with a glass of milk. Remember, one good turn begets another. Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, The Wolf and the Lamb. Once, a little lamb was grazing on a meadow, along with a flock of sheep. Being very mischievous, the little lamb wandered some distance away from the sheep. It began to enjoy the fresh and delicious grass that it found there. It had come a long way from its group, but was unaware of that. The lamb was also unaware of another fact: a wolf was closely following it. When the lamb realized that it had lost its way and was far away from the flock, it decided to return and join them. However, the lamb was stunned to see a hungry and cunning wolf standing behind it. The lamb realized that there was no option except to surrender itself to the wolf. The lamb asked the wolf, "Are you going to eat me?" The wolf said, "Yes, at any cost." The lamb said again, "But can you please wait for some more time? I have eaten a lot of grass now and my stomach is filled with grass. If you eat me now, you will feel as though you are eating grass. So please wait until the grass is digested." The wolf agreed, "Oh yes, I will wait. You are here before me and I can wait for some more time." The lamb thanked the wolf. After some time, the wolf got ready to kill lamb, but the lamb stopped him again. "Dear wolf, please wait for some more time. The grass is yet to be digested. If you eat me now, you will see a lot of grass in my stomach. Let me dance and then it will be digested easily." The wolf agreed. The little lamb danced crazily for a while, and then suddenly stopped. The wolf inquired what had happened. The lamb said, "I cannot dance properly because there is no music. You see this bell around my neck? Can you untie this bell and ring it loudly? Then I can dance fast and the grass in my stomach also will get digested fast." The wolf, overcome with the desire to eat the lamb, was ready to do anything. He removed the bell tied to the lamb's neck and rang it with all his might. Meanwhile, the shepherd was searching for the little lamb and heard the bell ringing. He saw the wolf and the lamb. He ran towards the wolf with a stick. Seeing the shepherd with a stick, the wolf ran away, and the lamb was saved. Physical strength is not sufficient. Sometimes, weaker people with smart minds can overcome the physically strong ones. Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time there lived a poor widow and her son Jack. One day, Jack's mother told him to sell their only cow. Jack went to the market and on the way he met a man who wanted to buy his cow. Jack asked, "What will you give me in return for my cow?" The man answered, "I will give you 5 magic beans." Jack took the magic beans and gave the man the cow. But when he reached home, Jack's mother was very angry. She said, "You fool! He took away your cow and gave you some beans." She threw the beans out of the window. Jack was very sad and went to sleep without dinner. The next day, when Jack woke up in the morning and looked out of the window, he saw that a huge beanstalk had grown from his magic beans. He climbed up the beanstalk and reached a kingdom in the sky. There lived a giant and his wife. Jack went inside the house and found the giant's wife in the kitchen. Jack said, "Could you please give me something to eat? I am so hungry." The kind wife gave him bread and some milk. While he was eating, the giant came home. The giant was very big and looked very fearsome. Jack was terrified and went and hid inside. The giant cried, "Fee fi fo fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." The wife said, "There is no boy in here. So, The giant ate his food and then went to his room. He took out his sacks of gold coins, counted them and kept them aside. Then he went to sleep. In the night, Jack crept out of his hiding place, took one sack of gold coins and climbed down the beanstalk. At home, he gave the coins to his mother. His mother was very happy and they lived well for some time. Jack and the beanstalk fee-fi-fo-fum climbed the beanstalk and went to the giant's house again. Once again, Jack asked the giant's wife for food, but while he was eating the giant returned. Jack leapt up in fright and went and hid under the bed. The giant cried, "Fee-fee-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." The wife said, "There is no boy in here." The giant ate his food and went to his room. There, he took out a hen. He shouted, "Lay," and the hen laid a golden egg. When the giant fell asleep, Jack took the hen and climbed down the beanstalk. Jack's mother was very happy with him. After some days, Jack once again climbed the beanstalk and went to the giant's castle. For the third time, Jack met the giant's wife and asked for some food. Once again, the giant's wife gave him bread and milk. But while Jack was eating, the giant came home. "Fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread," cried the giant. "Don't be silly, there is no boy in here," said his wife. The giant had a magical harp that could play beautiful songs. While the giant slept, Jack took the harp and was about to leave. Suddenly, the magic harp cried, "Help, master! A boy is stealing me." The giant woke up and saw Jack with the harp. Furious, he ran after Jack. But Jack was too fast for him. He ran down the beanstalk and reached home. The giant followed him down. Jack quickly ran inside his house and fetched an axe. He began to chop the beanstalk. The giant fell and died. Jack and his mother were now very rich and they lived happily ever after. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, a farmer and his wife. A farmer said to his wife, "You are lazy. You work slowly and lethargically. You waste your time." The wife was angry at the words of her husband. She said to her husband, "You are wrong. Stay at home tomorrow. I will go to field. I will do your work there. Will you do my works at home here?" The farmer said happily, "Very well. I will do your works back at home." The wife said, "Milk the cow. Feed the pigs. Waste the utensils. Take care of our hen. Spin the yarn." The woman went to the field. The farmer stayed back at home. He took a vessel and went to the cow to milk it. He tried to milk the cow. He received a good kick. He then went to the pigsty. He hit his head against the beam. He went to feed the hen. He forgot to spin. The wife returned from the field when it turned evening. The farmer hung down his head in shame. Thereafter, he did not find fault with his wife. They lived happily together for a long time. Thank you. Welcome to channel CNPC-IT. Today we have topic, a father learns a lesson from his son. Velen was a carpenter. He was living in a village. His mother dies a long time back. His aged father, Kuppen, lived with Velen. Kuppen was very weak. He could not even walk well. He was so weak, it was because Velen did not give him enough food. He had given his father a small earthen plate. Even a small quantity of rice in the plate appeared to be much. Velen was a bad man. He was a drunkard also. After taking drinks, he abused his father badly. Velen had a son. His name is Mutu. Mutu was just 10 years old. He was a very good boy. He loved his grandfather. He had great respect for his grandfather. He did not like his father's attitude and character, because his father was treating his grandfather cruelly. One day Kuppen was eating his food out of earthen plate that his son had given to him. The earthen plate fell down. The plate broke into pieces. The food also fell on the floor. Velen was working at the other end of the room. He saw the broken plate. He was very angry with his father and used very harsh words to abuse his father. The old man felt bad about what happened. He was sorry for his mistake. Velen's words wounded him very deeply. Velen's son, Muthu, saw this. He did not like his father. His father was ill-treating his grandfather. He was afraid to speak against his father. He was sad about his grandfather, but he was not powerful to stand in support of his grandfather. The next day Muthu took some of his father's carpentry tools and a piece of wood. He worked with the tools to make a wooden plate. His father saw him working. "What are you making, Muthu?" he asked. "I am making a wooden plate," replied Muthu. "A wooden plate? What for?" asked his father. "I am making it for you, father. When you grow old, like my grandfather, you will need a plate for food. A plate made from earth might break very easily. Then I may scold you severely. So, I want to give you a wooden plate. It may not break so easily." The carpenter was shocked to hear this. Only now he realized his mistake. His father was kind to Velen. He had looked after Velen very well. Now, he was old. Velen was treating his father severely. Velen was now very sad about his own behavior. He realized his mistakes. He then became a different person. From that day, Velen treated his father with great respect. He gave up drinking too. Velen learned a lesson from his own son. You should honor your parents at all times. It is your duty. It brings you their blessings. Thank you.